All right, here we are at 8328 Carrleigh Parkway. Super cute house. So the con of this one is that this is kind of a busier street here. So you're gonna see some more traffic down here, and I was able to pretty easily back into the driveway. But you would probably want to back into the driveway if possible. Backing out would be a little bit harder certain times of day. But people here are really nice. People will let you in. That's not the case everywhere, but here, people will let you in. So we can see cute front porch there. They've got a cute little bistro table set up. There's some windows, nice carport here. So this is a single carport size, single car, but it looks really nice. You have the storage unit here. So siding is in good condition. So there's no fence on this one, at least not everywhere. You have this fence here. There's no fence here. But it looks like it's on a pretty big lot. It's got some grass. There's this like mini, so that's, exit from the storage. There's this little patio area here. I'm not sure, you could put an overhang maybe. It's for like lawnmower and stuff like that. Beautiful deck. So it's kind of it's like big, like these are thick, like 2x6s. These are more sturdy than you'd usually see on a deck, which is kind of neat. It's a little bit old, it's not a brand new deck. So, but this is a low deck. This is much cheaper than a 2-story deck. So if you had to replace it in 10 years or something, not as big of a deal. There's a water feature. Look at you and your waterfront property. All right. Over here we can see there's a basement, walkout basement. We'll check that out from the inside. Air condenser, windows with some shutters on them. Super cute. Yeah, some basement windows there. So yeah, siding looks good. Gutters look good. So far, everything I can see looks good. Let's go inside and take a look. All right, so step in the front door. There is a storm door, which is nice. We come into this. So this is carpeted in here. And there's living room this way, and then we're going to start this way. So this looks like this would be an office or potentially a bedroom. That's a beautiful window. And nice closet here. So this is a cool floor. It's like, looks like kind of skinny wood planks put together. So that's neat. I don't see that very often. I like that a lot personally. Modern light here. All right, this is probably a coat closet. Very nice. Coat closet. Powder room here. All right. Ooh, nice. Cute little vanity there. Mirror light fixture. This has been updated. Looks great. All right, so we'll keep going back here. We have this kind of family room area. This is an interesting situation here. It's kind of like a big built-in thing, but it's recessed into the wall, which is really interesting. I don't know that I've seen that. I think you could really get creative with that. Here's the entry from the carport. I wonder if that used to be like a utility room. And it looks like it is, because look at that. That's some sort of old pipe. So they just, it's different. I like it. You could always change it back if you wanted to. Nice space in here. You have a fan. This door goes out to the deck. Nice kitchen here. Okay, so this is a solid surface counter, it looks like. But those are great. They're easy to clean. They last a long time. Sink overlooks the water feature. Look at that, your water view. I would love to say I had a water view. Here we go. So the appliances are a little bit on the older end, but that doesn't mean they're not good. So you got an oven here, cooktop, microwave, and they do all match, which is nice. Bosch dishwasher. We got cabinets here. And then this goes down to the basement, which we'll check out in a second. This is probably pantry. So let's take a look. Yes, very nice pantry space. So that's really big in there. It's not super deep, but that's fine because, you can't get like 6 cans back anyway. Dining room, cute little windows with the shutters there. Nice new light fixture. So this is going to switch back to carpet here. And then this is that other living room, which is pretty good sized. It's probably, I don't know. I think there was a floor plan for this one. So, I won't embarrass myself by guessing how wide it is. I would say like 13 feet, maybe 14. It is not enormous, but it is plenty big for what you would need for a family of 6. So, there we go. We did that. Let's pop upstairs. And the carpet is super clean and nice. So carpeted entryway is a strong choice that I, would not have personally made, but they put nice carpet in. So there's that. All right, so we come up here to a fork. We're gonna go right. So here would be a kid's bedroom. There is a little bit more wear on the floor here. That happens with furniture and use. I love the floor. This floor is really cool. If anything, you would just refinish it at some point. For now, you could put a rug on it, and then in 10 years or whatever, you could refinish it. It is kind of invasive to have your floor refinished, but this is really cool. The old like skinny plank, I love it. All right, so in here, 2 windows. Nice big closet in this one. This one I think is a little bit larger than that first one that we saw. Not a whole lot. These are good size bedrooms. This is totally fine for a kid's bedroom. Even 2 kids. So in here we have, oh, this is nice. Okay. One kid can be brushing their teeth. The other kid can be going potty. It's a good setup for, lots of kids sharing one hallway bath. So here we go. Linen closet inside the bathroom. I like it. And this is some cool tile. So that's kind of neat. Toilet. I like how they carried that tile throughout the room. So I don't know if this is original. I don't think so. I feel like this is a more modern tile. Maybe they just tiled over the other tile. I don't know. It looks really cool. This beautiful window right there in the bathroom. So it is a wood window. This is the original window and then the storm window on it. So an inspector can look at those things for you more closely. Wood windows last a really long time. So in here we have this lovely room. So big bed. That is a queen size bed. And closet here. No doors on this one, but lots of light. And this one is lovely. And then in here, oh, we have the primary suite. Let's see. It's beautifully painted in like a nice neutral gray. Most of the houses, it looks a little bit nicer in here, I think, because there's just so much light that really highlights the new paint. But it is the same color throughout the upstairs. Oh my gosh, this closet is amazing. Okay, amazing. You should buy it right now. No, I'm just kidding. But that's a great closet. And in here, same setup with the bathroom. So you have the kind of vanity in its own spot. And then in here, you have, oh, that can be his sink and her sink. I dig it. All right. So toilet, shower. Let's check it out. Looks pretty good. Okay. So it's not brand new, right? Trade-offs. It looks like it's been cleaned. It's pretty well maintained. The grout is not gross, right? White grout is a strong choice that people used to make. We know better now, but white grout is hard to keep clean, right? But this actually looks pretty good. So it has been cleaned. Shower door isn't soap scummy. Like it's not gross, So these are older, but the wood is a pretty color. The floor here is kind of like that classic, like it's slightly ambered with age and sun exposure. It's not orange, but it's like a little bit yellow. It's like a yellow brown. So it's not offensive at all. It looks really nice. Did we look at the linen closet? I don't know. Just in case we didn't. There it is. All right, so let's head downstairs and see what we have here. All right, so this is probably a bedroom, I would say legally, because it has an egress and it has a door. So that counts as a bedroom legally. Would be a nice office or a bedroom. And down into the basement we go. Oh, light's already on. Okay. This is painted paneling. It feels nice. It's a nice color. The floor down here is really cool. This is some sort of LVP. It's kind of bold for sure, but you would tone it down with some furniture. Ooh, and it's like freezing down here, which would be really nice when it's 95 degrees outside. That's probably the electrical panel. This has a drop ceiling. I know, nothing sexy about a drop ceiling, but we can't have it all, can we? You could replace it later. It is nice to have access to plumbing and electric stuff if you're having things done in the house, like if you're upgrading an appliance or something like that. Being able to access the wiring is really nice. So here is that door that goes outside. Here is the current utility area. Okay, oh, we've got a lot going on down here. All right, so we have a skinny bathroom. Man, this is the second one I've seen this week of like this crazy skinny bathroom where you walk in. At least this door swings the right way. The other one, the door swung in and it was crazy. This is good. All right. So toilet, shower, everything you need in there. And then here is storage. There's a lot of room for storage in here. That's the internet like hookup thing. Water heater. Your washer and dryer are kind of far apart. I'm not sure. I don't know. That might have been done. They maybe put the bathroom here and so they bumped out. Like I don't know. That's a little weird, but you could live with that. Furnace under the stairs storage. Oh, it comes with a free stuff stool. Look at that. And then in here, I mean, this is basically the size of a one car garage. So if you were okay with a one car garage, this is basically the same size. So, I mean, you have to carry this stuff down the stairs, but great storage for anything you would need in there. Yeah, this is a cool house. Okay. So I think this is just access to the furnace, but let's check and make sure. Yes. Nothing to see there. Cool kid, play zone down here. Movie, I could see a TV projection kind of thing right there. This back here, like, yeah, this is great. Good space. And then, you could finish another space. You could wall this off into a bedroom if you wanted to, for your older son maybe, or lots of potential here. Great house. The drawbacks would be that it's a little bit busier of a street and you're not going to have kids playing in the street like it's a cul-de-sac, right? So, those would be the two drawbacks I could see, and the slightly dated appliances, but great price in a great neighborhood, great schools. And this is a really nice location too, in proximity to the school. So see ya.